Lord be with you.
With your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus told his disciples this parable. A man going on a journey called in his servants and entrusted his possessions to them. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to a third 1, to each according to his ability. Then he went away. Immediately the one who received 5 talents went and traded with them, and made another 5. Likewise the one who received 2 made another 2. But the man who received 1 went off and dug a hole in the ground and buried his master's money. After a long time the master of those servants came back and settled accounts with them. The one who had received 5 talents came forward, bringing the additional 5. He said, "Master, you gave me 5 talents. See, I have made 5 more." His master said to him, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Since you were faithful in small matters, I will give you great responsibilities. Come, share your master's joy." Then the one who had received 2 talents also came forward and said, "Master, you gave me 2 talents. See, I have made 2 more." His master said to him, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Since you were faithful in small matters, I will give you great responsibilities. Come share your master's joy." Then the one who had received the 1 talent came forward and said, "Master, I know you were a demanding person, harvesting where you did not plant, and gathering where you did not scatter. So out of fear, I went off and buried your talent in the ground. Here it is back." His master said to him and replied, "You lazy servant, so you knew that I harvest where I did not plant, and gather where I did not scatter. Should you not then have put my money in the bank, so that I could have got it back with interest on my return? Now then, take the talent from him and give it to the one with 10. For to everyone who has, more will be given, and he will grow rich. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. And throw this useless servant into the darkness outside, where there will be wailing and grinding of teeth." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Dear brothers and sisters, good morning. Talents, mga kakayahan. This is the theme of our Gospel today from Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 to 30. But how do we use them? How do we really allow God to make us use these blessings? Talents in the olden times, they are measurements. They in terms of gold or silver. But today they can be applied to God-given gifts or natural talents. And each of us, like what we hear in the gospel today, we are given different talents. There are some of us who are so talented. These are the ones with 5, the others not so, but they still have talents. They're given 2, but there are some of us who are just simply given the barest or the most minimum of the talents, only 1. But the question is, how do you use them? Do we use them to really let them grow, or you just bury them on the ground? And here we see the 3 who receive or beneficiaries of these talents. And the one given with 5 talents or so, he was able to multiply them. He invested them so well. And so when he came back, he was so happy, he shared the multiplied talents to his master, to the joy of his master. Tuwan-tuwa yung kanyang Panginoon. And the words he uttered is, "Come, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in small matters. I will give you great responsibilities." And listen, come, hear your master's joy. The same with the 2 talents. He was able to multiply them. He received the same commendation, the same reward. But the one who hid the talents, let's take a look. What had he got? Meron ito? Sabi niya, I knew you were a demanding person. You harvest where you did not plant, and gather where you did not scatter. Out of fear, I went up, buried your talents in the ground. Here it is back. So we see here a person given the most minimal of the talents, only one, but out of suspicion, out of fear, he kept them. I wonder how many of us are in that predicament. Fear, suspicion, lack of trust. These are hindrances to making us use and multiply our talents. And remember, dear brothers and sisters, talents are not meant to be kept. Talents are meant to be shared. And as St. Ignatius of Loyola and the Jesuits claimed in their motto, AMDG, Ad Maiorem Dei Gloriam. In English, all for the greater glory of God. Lahat ito. So if we are so afraid, so suspicious, so untrusting, we will not be able to allow our talents to grow. It takes a lot of trust, first in ourselves and in what God has given us, and to see the gifts as not ours. Look at the terminology that the man used. The talent that you gave. The first 2 ones did not mention anything like this. They simply took the talents, used them, they let them be multiplied. That's how we should be. Very spontaneous and very creative in this regard. One of the words that, one of the quotations that some men use whenever they succeed is self-made man. This word was coined by an American legislator in 18-something to recognize people who succeeded in life, who were a success. And when we examine this self-made man, and we are Christians, there is no such thing as self-made man. Wala po niyan. None of us can claim anything all by our lonesome selves. Ako ho ang may gawa niyan, akin yan. Ako ho ang nagtagumpay. You cannot claim that. Without God's gift given, whether it is 10, 5, 2, or 1, you cannot succeed in life. So this is a foolish, if I were to label this a very false assertion. We are all able to succeed and do something in this world because God has given us His gifts. And we are so wise, we are so resourceful that out of joy and creativity, we are able to multiply these talents. I hope that today we review the kind of gifts that we have. Ano man yun? It could be leadership, it could be intelligence, it could be arts, whatever. So at times, I hear people say, wala ho talaga ako, Father. Di ako marunong kumanta. Ano lang ako? Simple lang. Well, in your simplicity, accepting your limited resources, use them to serve God, to further His kingdom. Remember, in the end, as seen in this gospel, hopefully we will be included among those who will be commended by the Lord. In the words of Jesus, well done, my faithful servant. You have done in small things, I will entrust to you greater things. Jesus, the divine healer,
Have mercy on us.